Yes guys, this is Nitty Last and welcome. In this video what we're going to be talking about is getting these LMGs to diamond as fast as possible. Here we are looking at the BRM. What we're going to do now quickly guys is have a look at the challenges. Now we jump into it, obviously we're going to be going for those 100 headshots once again. Then you will unlock the further challenges, which is going to be the 10 revenge medals, the 50 kills without any attachments, the 5 bloodthirsties all coming from the BRM, the 2 rapid kills 5 times, and also 50 kills with the optic and the 5 attachments equipped. Once you've done that for each of the LMGs, you will then unlock diamond and you will have these guns. Now this one looks pretty good, I don't mind it on the BRM. Then we have the actual dingo, which is not looking too bad, the old dingo. This one is that one. See, we got the gold going down there to the magazine, which is it's not looking too bad, that one. I don't mind that one. This one, I think, is probably the poorest one out of the lot. It doesn't really look that good whatsoever for me. It really doesn't. Then we've got also the 48 dredge. Now, this one, I think, is probably the best looking one out of the lot. I really do. I think it's all to do with the magazine as well. It looks quite mean looking, and it does set itself apart from the rest of the LMGs. But let's have a look at my class setups. This is pretty much what I went with all the time on every single gun to get these up to diamond. Now I went with the optic with the red dotted sight. That's to make sure that I'm hitting those headshots a lot easier. Then we got quick draw because obviously we're slow enough with the ADS as it is. Then we got grip and also stock. Now with your grip, it's going to help you out no end in making sure you're getting all those bullets on target to make sure you're getting those headshots, and stock to help you strafe a little bit because your mobility is really hampered. Now you do have all these other attachments that you can be sticking on, but for my personal preference, I would definitely be sticking with these three. And because you unlock these pretty much straight at the start, they unlock straight away, so you're pretty much on for a winner and you'll be getting these up to gold in no time. Now for the next one, I do like to run with black sail, try and take out all these UAVs and everything that we see in the air. And then I like to be running with flak jacket. I like flak jacket, especially running this instead of ghost, because I mean ghost with an LMG is just not going to work very well whatsoever. Then we have fast hands, obviously with the ADS and the way that you're actually picking up your weapon. If you're trying to sprint from point to point, trying to get to the next point of cover, you'll be wanting to get your weapon up quickly. Then this one's a bit of a personal preference. I found with the LMGs I prefer to have tactical mass because I wasn't moving so much for when people were chucking stuff on me. But you could also actually go with awareness. Now obviously with awareness, people trying to creep up behind you, because you're not that mobile, it give you a chance to be able to turn on them and get those shots in first of all. So that would be a bit of a personal preference depending on which one that you would actually like. But for this is the actual class setup that I would suggest you actually go on. But let's see these guns actually in gameplay and just let you know on each one about my thoughts of getting these ones to gold. With up first is the BRM. Now with this one in particular, this is the first one that you actually unlock, and it's got a strong damage with a balanced recoil. Now there's nothing particularly special about this weapon, but I found it very easy to use, and going about getting those HUD shots was very easy, and then also getting the challenges was no problem whatsoever. As you're seeing on your screen now is the dingo. Now this particular one was absolutely fantastic to use. Now this has got the fastest fire rate in its class with a moderate recoil. Now this one I felt I could get up in amongst people and in close quarters because of that fire rate and just mow people down. It was absolutely brilliant to use. Getting the headshots was not a problem. Completing the challenges was very easy with this particular weapon. Moving on now is the Gorgon. Now this one in particular, we heard so much about it, the 2-shot killing machine. I do not like this light machine gun whatsoever. I found it very heavy to use. Getting into ADS is incredibly slow, especially after the nerf. So even though it's not too bad completing the challenges, I did not like this weapon whatsoever. But moving on to the favoritist weapon in this category. Now this is the 48 dredge. This is the 6-round auto burst machine gun. Now this thing is an absolute monster. It really is. It's a headshot machine, and you can absolutely mow through those headshots and open up the next challenges and complete this in absolutely no time whatsoever. I thoroughly enjoyed using this gun. I really did. It's so much on point, and it can absolutely decimate enemies, especially if you're keeping them off at a bit of a distance. You don't stand much of a chance against this kind of weapon. But anyway guys, this is my little bit of a rundown of basically how I actually got to gold. And like I say, with these light machine guns, they're pretty easy to do. As you can see, all my gameplay comes from the map Nuketown, which for me was the easiest place to go and farm, and you don't have too many people coming up behind you. You're going to keep people off at a range at all times. But anyway guys, let me know if you've done these light machine guns, how you actually got on with them. or if you're still doing them, just let me know how you're actually progressing at the moment, guys. Be very, very interesting to hear from people. But coming up on my screen now is my subscribe button. Make sure you're jumping on that, and guys, make sure you're dropping a like on this video, support me be even better. This is Nitty Last, and I'll catch you later.